everyone. I'm Lauren from Marion, Hawaii. And this afternoon, I am very pleased to have two wonderful guests with me. Joining me is Kristen Moux from Kristen Moux Events and Kris Labang from Hawaii Wedding Photography, here to tell us a little bit about their businesses as well as give us some wedding planning tips. So if we can first start with Kristen, and she can give us a little bit about her business. So please take it away. Thank you.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thanks, Lauren. So my name is Kristen, as Lauren said, and I'm a wedding planner here on Oahu. Been doing this for about 6 years. And we have packages anywhere from a 2-month coordination to a full design and production.
Okay, great. Kris.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kris Labang. I'm from HawaiiWeddingPhotography.com. I have been shooting now for about 20 years now. I'm pretty much a jack of all trades. So anything you want your wedding to look like, I can do. If you want really harsh, edgy-looking lighting for your wedding day, you want your pictures to look very edgy and very like poppy, I can do that. If you want nice, soft, natural-looking photos, I can do that as well. I've been shooting a long time, so I've picked up a lot of tricks and I'm able to shoot pretty much everything.
Kris, how old are you if you've been shooting for 20 years? You look so young.
How somebody that
Well, we're friends, so I can ask.
Wait till you see his mom, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, my mom had it when she was like 10 or something, I think. Something like that. I don't know.
Must have been 5. And you're only like 30, so you've been shooting since you were 10, basically, right?
Well, yes. I've been shooting since I was 10.
Sounds about right.
Professionally a little later, but no.
Nice.
That's a great observation, by the way.
I thought about it. I was like, do the math here. yeah, I'm like, how could he be 10?
Yeah, I started my business in 2001. I think I was 20 years old, something like that. Yeah. I bought a camera. I learned from a professional photographer who's the one that got me interested in this in the first place. His photos were amazing. And I remember seeing his photos. I worked in a lab. And I would print his photos for him. And I was like, where did you get this from? He's like, what do you mean I shot it? I'm like, I know you took a picture of it, but like, what magazine did you take a picture from? And he's like, no, I shot it. I set it up, the lighting. I'm like, are you serious? I couldn't believe it. It was so nice. And then from there, I learned for about a year from him. And then people started asking me to take pictures. And I was like, no, this is just a hobby. And then someone offered me money. And I went,
okay. Okay.
You're like, I can make money doing this.
Exactly.
Yeah, I had never thought about it before, but people were offering, and I'm like, oh,
Nice.
Yeah, and then you just get better and better and better, and pretty soon, look at that, it's your job.
Yeah, basically, that's how it went. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, fun times, huh?
Yeah, it is fun.
Mistakes are the best teachers, right?
Seriously.
A lot of trip falls on the way up here at this.
A lot of bumps.
Yeah,
exactly.
a lot of bumps.
And you always say you're never gonna do that again.
No, and I haven't, honestly. Like those mistakes that I've made, I'm like, oh, never gonna do that again.
Yeah,
and
same here.
You put certain things in place so that it doesn't happen, right? And that's how you learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, kind of teeing that up for everybody, Kristen, maybe you can share some tips for our couples out there that you think will help them on their wedding day.
Yeah, so Lauren asked me to think of some ceremony tips for you guys. So I have 3. The first one is to hire a professional. And, that'll just help with the smoothness of things, and you don't have to worry about it so much. They have everything memorized, so they'll be looking up at both of you and your guests as opposed to down reading something the entire time. So that's always really nice for your video and your memories as well. My second tip is to write your own vows. So even if you're, shy or afraid of having everyone hear what you're writing, like it just adds that special touch, especially if you're going to have videography. That's such a major component to their video and the experience that you're going to get. So definitely write it down on a nice little book, or print it out on some computer paper and fold it in half. That's always good too. And then my third tip is to stand at least 2 feet away from your officiant. So at least an arm's length in front of them. And that'll just give your photographer and videographer a little bit more angles to work with, so that your officiant is not always in the photo with you.
Okay, nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no
Kris,
problem.
how about you?
I have 2 tips for you guys today. So my first tip would be about Instagram. So Instagram is your friend, and it's kind of not your friend at the same time. I have recently spoken with
Is he frozen for you?
Okay, Kris, I think you
That
went
part
out
was
for a
frozen.
second.
Yeah, we'll have to cut that part out. Okay, start all over. That part.
Is it going?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going
It's
now.
going.
It's going now.
Okay, start over with your tip.
Okay, so I have 2 tips for you guys. My first tip would be about Instagram. So lately, I've had a lot of friends that have had destination weddings away from Hawaii, and they share their experiences with me. And the one big thing I take away from the problems that they had is Instagram is good, but it's not good at the same time. What happens is that they're like, photographers will post like 1,000 pictures, and then people will see, oh, this person has like 1,000 great posts, so they must be good. And then they get their pictures back and they're wondering, oh, why did the ceremony doesn't look that good? The reception doesn't look that good. A lot of times people like me will always put your best foot forward. No one's going to show, post the mistakes that we made or the accidents that happen. But what happens is with Instagram, the poster is only going to show like, the best stuff that they've ever done. And then people think, because there's so many photos, like, oh, this person is good. What you got to understand is like, the ceremony and the reception stuff, those are really hard things to shoot. So that's the things you should be looking for in someone's Instagram, as well as nice photos. If it's just full of really nice beach or park photos, and that's all you see, it's kind of a red flag right there. You should be looking for reception photos, church photos, especially if they're dimly lit photos. That'll show you the skill of the photographer. A lot of times people get really excited when they see the nice stuff and they forget to look for things like this, and that's where you can kind of get in trouble. It's not necessarily a bad thing. If you still want to hire this person, it's not a problem, as long as like, okay, he's a little bit weak in the reception or the church side. Yeah. Another great thing you can do is ask them to see a full wedding, and ask them to see a recent wedding too. That's important. A lot of times people like me will show like, oh, the best wedding I ever shot, which was like 3 years ago. And rightfully so, it might be a very nice, impressive, beautiful wedding. But, if somebody's good, they should be consistent. The last 2 weddings should generally look the same, even though the venue might be different. My other tip for you guys would be for getting ready. A lot of people will have big crews with them when they get married, meaning you'll have bridesmaids. You might have a full media crew, which is photographers and video. The photographers might bring an assistant or another shooter. The video guys might have 2 or 3 extra people. If you have a lot of bridesmaids, you're probably having a makeup artist that's going to bring 2 or 3 people as well. And if you have all these people in a room together, it gets kind of hard to move around if the room is small. So what you want to do is take into account how many people you're going to have and make sure you kind of get a getting ready location that's big enough to house everybody. Because what you don't want is everybody moving around and squishing together and stressing you out during your wedding day. That's not fun. A lot of times when just being cramped can stress people out, claustrophobia or some sort. Gets people uncomfortable, and then your day already starts out on a not good foot. So make sure you take that into account if you have a big wedding, and especially a big media crew. You kind of want to make sure the getting ready area can support everybody in that room. Otherwise, you're going to be really uncomfortable with all these people like shoving it past you, trying to get pictures and video, and trying to get you going on like that. Yeah, but those are my tips.
Yeah.
Okay, very good advice, and thanks you two for sharing your professional knowledge with everybody today.
No problem.
Thanks for having us, Lauren.
Yeah,
thanks.
Looking forward to seeing you both again sometime soon.
Yes, we will party and celebrate again, right?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, and aloha, everyone.
Aloha.
Bye.